Hello and good afternoon to Lottie Dottie and everybody. Today is Monday, March 6th. It's now at 1:44 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's Tim Davis coming to you guys from the Bullish Bears team. Just thought I'd do a little market update so I can just show some things about what's happening within this overall market and about where we stand right now as it relates to the major indices. So right now, it's at 1:44 p.m. again, like I said, March 6th. If you look at this chart that I'm showing you now, this is a chart of the S&P 500. I drew a trend line on here and then some support resistance line. I wanted to point out some things. As you know, this market has been on a tear. The overall indices have been on a tear since November. Um, it's been on this trend path and it hasn't broken this trend path yet. We had a bit of consolidation around December to around February consolidation area between here all through here. It was a big consolidation area till we finally broke up, went into another little consolidation period before it actually marched and went higher. Okay, traded up to around this is the S&P, so we traded up to around 2350 to 2370. Traded within that area for a few days. And then it jumped up to 2400, which is where a lot of analysts were expecting this market to go for now. See, it hit that 2400 mark, took a pullback, and this is where we stand now. Okay, this market could go higher, who knows? But I do believe it may be time for some consolidation again. So as you can see, the market is in pullback mode. I do believe that it has a possible chance to go back to this consolidation area between 2350 to 2370. May hover there for a minute, or could possibly continue to break down and break below these support and resistance lines. So we have to keep an eye on that. So right now, the potential target area is going to be around this 2360 level, 2360 to 2370. May hover around there for a second. If it hits this trend line, that's when I'm really going to be paying attention. If it hits this trend line, makes it down here, I'm going to be watching to see if it's going to bounce off and continue higher, or if it's going to break this trend line. If it breaks this trend line, then it means that this market could be turning over to go down a little bit further. Okay, so that's going to be important to watch these trend lines. Normally, when I draw my trend lines, I try to pick the first point where the market started. It depending on what you look on, what type of chart you want. I'm on a daily chart. I'm on a daily chart for the past 6 months. So I like to see where this trend picked up from a previous downtrend. You had a previous consolidation period, then it went to a downtrend. Market hit by this particular point where it reversed. You see a reversal pattern, and it marched up from there. I start my trend line from there. I try to attach at least 3 points. So I got this point attached here. I got 2 points attached here, another point attached here. So that pretty much confirms this trend line. So I'm looking for a bounce off of this trend line. If it doesn't bounce and go higher, then we could be headed lower. So that's my outlook on the S&P. This is my target area. I do believe it's going to be headed back to this consolidation area between 2350 to 2360 and 70. Could trade in between this range for a minute before we find out what happened. But keep in mind, you guys, there's a lot of things that's going on that can cause volatility in this market. So this can break through this trend line very quick and very fast. You got a lot of things happening, transpiring this week. You got the jobs report coming out on Friday. I think it's a couple other events. I don't have my calendar in front of me that may be happening this week. You got some things going on in the EU over the next few weeks or so. So there's a lot of things that can cause a lot of volatility within this market, which can really wreak havoc with this uptrend we've seen for quite some time. All right, so keep that in mind in your everyday trading. If I was to actually go to the Dow, I guarantee you the Dow is going to look similar. I didn't draw any trend lines for the Dow, but if I was to take a look at the Dow Jones, NDU, almost the same pattern. See this? You see the same pattern. Nice consolidation prayer for about a couple months. from December till about February. Broke out of the consolidation print, went higher. Now it's went to that 21K, 21.2. Now it's trending backwards. This is a nice solid line of support right there. You can see it. Nice solid line of support. And that's around 2,800, 28. I say between 2,800 and 2,900. So right around about 2,850, we'll probably find support there. And it's about 2,962 now. So looking to find support somewhere around here. And then we'll see what happens after that. All right, one market in particular that I've been looking at today is a natural gas. Not sure what's going on with this market, but it looks like it may have hit a reversal point. As you can see, if you key things I like to point out when I'm looking for reversal patterns. As you can see, this thing has had I'm gonna throw an annotation on here so you can see what I'm looking at. There's a possible chance this market could be in store for rebound. It's been trending down for a while. This thing had one of those patterns. Down, up, completing almost what a lot of us call a head and shoulders pattern. And pretty much went down again briefly. Went up, tested this resistance again. It's about a third test. 1, 2, 3, and boom. It went on a tear downward for quite some time. Went on a tear down for quite some time. But what I see here that's forming here, I call this like a horseshoe pattern. When you see a horseshoe pattern forming at the bottom, that's a sign that the stock could be possibly trying to make a reverse and go higher. So, oops, let me see what I'm trying to look for here. Okay. Nice little pattern up. And as you see, we got a real boost, a real shot up today. Shot up right here. And that's back at a resistance level. I'm going to show you what I'm looking at. Let me get rid of some of this stuff on the screen here. I'm going to draw some resistance and support lines here. Let's go back here. That was a strong area of resistance there. And it pretty much broke that and went here to the top of another low resistance area. I really believe it'll break that. And you got some other inflection points, but I don't think these are minor. I think this market will continue to march higher. It's like a lot of volatility around this point, so I'll put something there. But I think this has the potential to at least get back up to this inflection point where you have a lot of resistance here. A lot of resistance here. As you can see, it had problems there. It had problems here. This didn't have problems here. Problems here. So that's about $8. So this market could go back up to about $8. This UNG, at least $8. But I think it has a potential chance to go even higher than that. It may make it back up to this area. We had to wait and see. But as you can see, if you look at the other indicators are showing the same thing. RSI, it had a nice it went into the oversold area there, oversold area here, and it's bouncing out, approaching the 50 line. If it crosses 50 line, I would be a bet man and say we would get back up to this these highs. So I'm watching that carefully to see if we can get across that 50 line. If you look at the MACD had a big pull down, and as you can see, when in the MACD area, when the black crosses over the red, and it starts to march higher, you can see that this market wants to go higher. You got a little from the histogram starting to point up there. A rune indicator hasn't caught up yet, but I think it wants to. Rand's percentage already pointing higher. And sort of kind of a little pinch that's trying to form down here. And once this all plays out, I think this is going to continue to go higher. So I'm actually looking at getting into some calls on at least for a couple months and see how it plays out. It might be a very, very good play, good strong play. All right, that's my midday update for today. Oh, let me do one more. Let me show you guys what's going on with gold. Gold is in struggle mode, I believe. Gold is in struggle mode. There's some things happening, which is pretty much affecting gold, and gold is pretty much doesn't like it's going anywhere fast. So let's look at GLD, see where it stands as we are right now. RSI looks like it's turning over. You know, it tested, it wanted to go above the 70 RSI a couple times, but it didn't. Then it like it's turning over right here. It's going below. It's below the 50, so that's not a good sign for gold. Had a nice old little uptrend going here. Let me show you guys this. Had a nice little uptrend going for a little while. Looks like it may have broken that trend line. A lot of volatility in here. So as you can see, this was a stronger area of resistance. Oops, get rid of that one. That was a strong area of resistance. Coming down is support. On the way up, it's resistance, and as you can see, it battled with it up here a little bit here. Broke through it. Have another line of resistance right there. Kind of battled with that one a little bit. Couldn't get any higher than that. Broke back down. This is like a little trading area here. Even broke down through that trading area. And we're back down here to this consolidation area. I'm looking forward to continue to go lower. It started this move up back in December. Move up, nice move up, nice move up, nice move up. And it finally broke the trend line. Bam. That's what I mean by when I say break a trend line. When you see a trend line start, you can start a trend line up, touching at least 3 points. And the goal is to see the stock stay on this side of the trend line and continue to bounce off and go higher, bounce off and go higher, bounce off and go higher. If it hits it and breaks through, that means this trend is currently broken. It could be heading for a downtrend. All right. Okay, so that's my update for this afternoon. I'll touch base with you guys a little later. This is Tim Davis from the Bullish Bears team, and I am signing off for now. Have an awesome trading day, and I'll try to give you guys another update later on or sometime throughout the week.